They help victims of crime navigate a path to justice, and they also play a crucial role in the healing process.
As long as there is crime, there will be a need for victims advocates. Tonight, in a special report, meet these quiet heroes who help break the cycle of violence. Justice often moves slowly. For crime victims, the system can feel scary, intimidating, even hopeless.
The court process is not an overnight thing. It can go weeks, months, and sometimes into years. And so I think people just fear the system and how long it takes, that they kind of just give up before they even get started.
Priscilla Bordeo knows this all too well. She was just 12 years old when she spoke up about the sexual abuse she suffered from her own father.
Ultimately, I ended up lying to the courts and to protect my family, mainly because I realized, even as a child, the difficult decisions my mom was having to make in order to move forward with the process. We didn't know victim compensation was a thing. We didn't realize that there were even resources available.
Now there are more resources available, and there are quiet heroes who stand by crime victims as soon as they enter the court system.
Our victim advocates are really the first responders to notify them of what their rights are, the fact that they have a right to be heard by the prosecutor, be told about court dates, plea offers, things of that nature, but also to assist them in safety planning, referrals for counseling, assist them possibly getting a PPO against the perpetrator, and then helping them seek the restitution that they deserve and or compensation.
For many victims, fear of the legal system can be paralyzing. Justice out of reach without advocacy.
This is a really uncomfortable topic, but I think that's why conversations like this and people like Priscilla are so important, because we need to really face the reality that child abuse is a real thing that happens in our community. It's a crime that does not discriminate against anybody based on their race or their religion or where they grow up.
Alex Brace is the executive director and a therapist at the nonprofit Small Talk Children's Advocacy Center. It was established in 2011 to address a growing need for a more coordinated approach to child abuse cases, one that can reduce trauma and help children heal.
Children can come here for what's called a forensic interview, so it's an opportunity for a child to get their statement on the record about what happened to them. And then after that, we're able to provide them with counseling services and advocacy services at no cost for as long as they need it.
Places like Small Talk did not exist when Priscilla reported her abuse. To heal, she paved her own way through education and inspiration from others who shared their stories of abuse.
I wanted a different life. I knew that the dysfunction I was living in, the options for my family lineage wasn't looking very good. You had many family members turning to drugs, to drinking, to crime, things that I didn't want to do. And I knew that I needed to make a different decision for myself.
The first in her family to get a college degree, Priscilla is now helping others. She serves as the statewide manager for Michigan Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice. She pushed to change Michigan's law to expand the time frame for victims to file a police report from 48 hours to a year and 5 years to file for compensation.
The victim compensation is so key to their healing, because that could pay for a medical bill, lost wages, mental health, counseling.
She's one of many advocates walking with victims through their darkest hours.
Our advocates are trained to try to assist them in overcoming those fears and talk to them and provide them that comfort that they need to be safe and to come forward to court.
I think ideally what Small Talk wants is to close our doors and not have to exist anymore. I think that's kind of what we're always shooting for.
Priscilla and her family have healed and forgiven. They recently celebrated her father's 70th birthday together. She says it's important to help everyone in the cycle of violence.
My dedication is to help as many people on all sides get healed, because that's how we're going to see victimization decrease.
And Priscilla has just been nominated for a prestigious national award for her work to advocate for crime victims. It comes as prosecutors and advocacy centers recognize four-legged friends can also play a role. Ingham County has a victims advocate dog named Basil. Small Talk is among many other child advocacy programs with a therapy dog to provide comfort to victims, even in the courtroom. We recently highlighted a therapy dog at La Casa in Livingston County. You can watch that story on WILX.com.
This is your First Alert forecast.